Now this whole time we have been drawing the Big Dipper incorrectly. And by we, I mean the collective people who draw constellations, whoever they are. I did them once in a book. You can buy that book. It's called Learn to Stargaze for kids of all ages. It's got great artwork, I would say. But the point is here, I don't know if you can see the constellation here, right? This is the Big Dipper. We zoom in, we got the Big Dipper here. We have Auriga over here. This kind of looks like Perseus, I think. Got Cassiopeia, the Pleiades. Now I'm just showing off. Okay, for some reason, throughout the ages, I heard once that the Big Dipper, this bear creature, is called Ursa Major based on a mistranslation of a different word. I read it once online, so it's probably true. And anyway, so it became a bear just because of the word, but the problem is it doesn't look like a bear because it's got such a long tail if you include the handle there of the dipper. Of course, you could draw the bear bigger, something like this, and then just have a little tail. But that actually looks nothing like a bear, and I don't expect you to think it does. But what I found out, there's this guy named H.A. Ray. He's the guy who authored Curious George, and he has redrawn the constellation lines to make them look more like what they're supposed to represent. And so that's what we're going to do here, is fix this based off H.A. Ray's interpretation. So let's say we flip it around, huh? We draw something like a head up here, and what kind of bear has a long neck that would fit this shape? I'll tell you right now that it's a polar bear. I don't know if it helps them swim better or something, but they have a pretty long neck, notably so. And so what you can do here is like use that long tail as a long neck, and it kind of fits better. Now this is just one example. Let's see how we do. Oh, okay. So the constellation lines here. Let me show you what we're doing here. This is the original constellation lines. Head up here, tail down there, feet over there, and it's great and all. But H.A. Ray, look, you can already tell what that is. Does that not look like a polar bear? I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. So that is what we're doing here. I almost like his lines better, but I'm going to keep going with my lines. A polar bear's legs are jointed that way, so that actually does... No, wait. Yeah, they bend that way. That's how four-legged animals are, right? They bend forward. The front one's bend forward, at least. They have like backwards knees. And then you give him a big paw, I don't know, or moderately sized paw, and a leg back here. A little stubby leg, a big paw again. And now you can draw that little polar bear. Well, I don't know, I think polar bears have tails. All of my reference images does not depict a tail, so I'm starting to question myself now. I better Google it. Do polar bears have tails? They have tiny tails, typical of all bears. Okay, good enough for me. So, the head, let's zoom in here. Let's really get this sketch. They have a kind of a long snout, but I think I drew mine too long. That looks a little better. Looks like their ears kind of come to a point, just a little bit, like that. That back one's fine. And then the eyes. I don't know. Let's do it differently. Let's do flat on the bottom, triangle on top. There you go. That looks regal. Majestic. Aha. I like it. I like what we're doing here. Give the nose some depth, maybe. Pop out of the silhouette a little bit so it doesn't look flat. And give him a lip, so to speak. Okay. There you have it. Now I've only drawn 2 legs, and they indeed have 4. But how's the best way to do that? Maybe I'll just do the easy answer. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now the line work. Call this sketch. Now go to our line art here. And this is where we bring it home. This is where we add some extra details. Let's start with the head. Oh man, what shape? Oh, their head is kind of flat. Gotta do his little claws. Huh, pretty good. Kind of have long, flat legs. Okay, so did you know that this star up here is a binary star? Go out and look at it at night, and you should be able to see more than one star there. They're very close together, but are indeed 2 stars. A binary star. How do I make the ear look good? That's weird. I'll just stick with that, I guess. Okay, now to really bring it to life, we do some shading, but with constellation art, you got to turn the shading really down. There we go. See, it just gives it a little bit more depth. There we go. Perfect. We've now fixed the Big Dipper. Now, actually, oops. In retrospect, so like basically the dipper part, this cup, is the back of his neck, and then the handle is his neck and head, and then all of these other things, other lines, you don't really see. Honestly, if you go look for the Big Dipper, it's these 7 stars that you're going to see the best. These other ones are pretty small, but it is part of the constellation. It's a pretty big constellation. So there you go. Thank you, H.A. Ray. Now we have the Big Dipper. And let's get rid of some of these things here. Just erase some of these constellation lines. We don't need them. Maybe erase it all. No, I like that. Thanks for watching. Go observe the stars. They're beautiful. Keep looking up. And remember to smile.